Make sure you pack underwear and clean clothes, not pajamas. Not pajamas. Thank you, puppy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. You hear the birds in New Jersey? I love how everyone's like, I just don't get why you love New Jersey so much. And you know what? You don't have to. That's the beautiful thing about my relationship with where I grew up. Nobody has to get it but me. Honestly. So yesterday we had a full day. We landed in Newark and we went to go see my little sister and her kids and my nieces and my nephew and my little sister's mom, and it was so nice to have our kids together. You know, it's so surreal to grow up together and then be moms and have our own children who love each other and cousins, and it's so great. You know what I find a little disrespectful? Let me just say this. If I tell you someone is my sister, why do you need to question it? Like, she's from the Dominican Republic, so obviously she's not my full biological sister, right? But she could be my half sister, right? It is possible that my father had a daughter with somebody or my mother had a daughter with somebody else. They didn't, she's adopted. But why does it matter to people? If I tell you she's my sister, you just go, your sister's beautiful. Or how nice that you got to see your sister. The amount of people that like feel the need to say like, how is she your sister? Like, who gives a shit? Maybe I gave birth to her at 15 and we decided to say that she's my sister. Why do you care? Who cares? Let your imagination run wild. She's my sister. Now, I've told the story of little Jamie before. Maybe people haven't seen that coffee talk, but she's adopted and she's my sister. And I love her so much. And she taught me everything I know about Hispanic culture, about Dominican culture, how to speak Spanish. Everything I know, she taught me. And I taught her, I don't know what, everything else. It's just so amazing to me how many people feel the need to like correct me or check me. Like, well, you're not Dominican, so she can't be your sister. Like, that sounds so stupid to me. Like, shut up. Anyway, so now I'm at my sister's house, my biological sister, same mother, same father. I'm at Merida's house, and it's just so nice to be under my sister's roof and just be in New Jersey. My kids are here. I'm so happy. My cheeks hurt from smiling. Like, I'm so happy to be home. I'm so, like, happy. We are going to go see my father's family today. You know, I don't get to see my father's family that much because my dad passed away, as you know. So we're going to go down to Margate, the beach in Margate, and see my aunt and uncle and all my cousins. And so my kids will get to see my father's family. So today we're Jews. Today we shall be Jewish. Yesterday we were Dominican. Today we're Jewish. It's just going to keep going, different nationalities. Tomorrow will be Italian because we'll be with my mother's side. Listen, this is how it goes. Dominican one day, Jewish the next day, Italian the next day. All right, so I want to talk to you about narcissistic children because a lot of people ask me about narcissistic moms, narcissistic lovers, narcissistic friends. We've talked about all of that. But I got an email from a woman that said, is it possible for my child to be a narcissist? Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm like Big from Sex and the City. Abso-fucking-lutely. Narcissistic children. One of the what's the word I'm looking for? Not conditions, symptoms of a true narcissistic child is that they consistently blame you for everything that is wrong in their life. And no matter how much apologizing or backpedaling or explaining you do, they will continuously put you on a wheel to chase your tail, to try to own the reason that their life has not gone the way they think it should have to go. So if you divorced their parent, they will say that the reason that they can't get their life together is because you divorced their mother or their father. Then when you finally provide like the right kind of receipts for why you needed to get a divorce, it'll be something else. And then when you explain that away, it'll be something else. Narcissistic children always have to play the victim. The difference between people who always have to play the victim and narcissistic children is narcissistic children always play the victim, and the guilty party is always the parent. Always. It doesn't matter what goes wrong in their life, somehow they will tie that back to the parent that they take issue with. No matter what you do. And here's the mistake that narcissistic parents with narcissistic children make. They try to love their children out of it. And in that, they try to overcompensate. You cannot. In fact, the more you love them, the more guilty you look. This is what most people don't understand. The more you love them, the more you try to reach out to them, the more you try to fix it, the more you try to say, okay, I'm sorry for whatever I did that hurt you or upset you or set you back. Let me fix it. The more you lean into that narrative, the more guilty you are to them. They never see it as true repair of the relationship. They see it as an admission of guilt. That is what separates a narcissistic child from a child who is not a narcissist, right? A child, for example, I am not a narcissist. When my mother says to me, I want to make things better. I want to help you heal. I don't want you to have an eating disorder. I don't want you to be sad. I don't want you to hurt. I say, okay, Mom, let's try to figure it out. I love you. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to be angry at you. Let's try to figure it out. I'm 42. I no longer blame my mother for the shit that goes wrong in my life. I don't blame my mother for my eating disorder at this point. I know where it started and I know why it started, but I don't walk around going, the burdens of my life, the disappointments in my life, the struggles in my life are Susan's fault. I don't do that because I'm not a narcissist. Also because I'm well aware that I am in control of my happiness and my destiny and my fulfillment of what God has designed for me. And if I don't succeed in being outstanding when God has given me every tool to be outstanding, it is not Susan's fault. It is not Susan's fault. If I don't succeed in living a full, happy life, it is not Susan's fault. I am not a victim of Susan. I am a product of Susan, but I am not a victim of Susan. And my mother loves me, and she does not want me to hurt. So, and I know that. And because I'm not a narcissist, I'm able to see that and go, I don't need to punish her for the rest of her life for mistakes that she made. If you are dealing with a child who has you in a cycle of constant apology, victimhood, blaming, guilt shaming, this, that, and a third, where no matter what you say or what you do, they find a new reason to keep you locked in emotional purgatory. So you are chasing, because here is the truth. There is no greater love. I don't give a fuck what husbands say, what daddies say, what aunts say, what siblings say, what Hollywood says, what your preacher says. I don't give a shit. There is no greater love in the world than the way a mother loves her child. Now, obviously, there are exceptions. If you are dealing with a narcissistic mother, or you dealing with somebody with mental illness, or something that may alter the relationship between a mother and a child. But I am talking about the norm, not the exception, just the norm. There is no greater love in the world, ever created, ever anywhere, than a mother and her cubs. So, when a child is a narcissist, and it is typically learned behavior from a narcissistic parent, which is hard when you are divorcing a narcissist and they turn your child into a narcissist. It is very hard, okay? It is very difficult as a parent because it is in your biological makeup to want to repair, fix, heal. You will have your child in your life by any means necessary. And they will continue to use your love as a weapon against you. They will use the silent treatment. They will play the victim, and you will always, always, always be the bad guy. You have got to shut it down. You have got to say, I feel at this point, I have given you the tools to live a full and happy life. If I am not part of that full and happy life, I wish you nothing but the best. And you must let them go. You must cut them off. And they will spend years telling everybody about how that's the new thing. She had the nerve to cut me off after everything she did to me. And the narrative will pain you, and it will keep you up at night, and you will be heartbroken because you won't understand how someone you gave birth to could possibly want to hurt you in such a significantly emotional, crippling way. The fact is, at this point, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. They live in a victim mentality. They are in a low vibration, and they need a scapegoat. And you need to say, first of all, you need to stop trying to love them out of it, because the more you love them, the more guilty you look to them. They don't see love as a healing element. They see love as a sign of, okay, I know I fucked up your life, so I'm really trying to make it better, so stop. And how many people say, but what about the grandkids? Jamie, then I won't see my grandkids. I hate it. But you were not put on this earth to be abused by anybody, including your children. God created you to be outstanding, not to be abused. You cannot allow anybody to put you through a vicious cycle of emotional abuse. So what? Your grandkids can be negotiated as tools in your life? That's not how it works. That's not what it is. Max, what are you guys ready? Is Olivia awake? Yeah. Okay, tell her to get her bathing suit on, get a cover up, and listen to me. Put clothes that you can change into in the bag. I'm going to change right now, okay?
Mama,
Dime.
can I make a YouTube video here?
Well, we're getting ready to leave, baby. We are lit, but today when we get back, you can. We'll be back by 3. There'll be plenty of time. You look cute in your avocado dress.
I'm really upset.
Okay, well, let me finish coffee talk, and then you can...
That I didn't bring any toys.
Okay, well, we need to get our goggles. Guys, go get your goggles down there so we can take them to the beach. Please, and put them in Aunt Meredith's bag. Thank you, Charlie, for listening. Anyway, if they... Please get all the goggles, please. Charlie, escúchame bien. Get all the goggles and put them in the bag.
Hi.
Okay. All right, I have to go. My system is breaking down now. I got all these kids up. I love it.
I slept on 9:15.
Okay, did you bring underwear to change? Okay, go get a pair of underwear and put it in Aunt Meredith's bag, because you're not going to want to wear that bathing suit back in the car for an hour.
Where's Aunt Meredith's
She has it in the kitchen. I'm coming right. I'm trying. Okay, guys. I'm coming right now. I'm literally getting up right this second. All right, guys, let me go. Everybody's ready to leave, and so whatever. I love you so much. Please listen to what I said. Please hear me when I say that this is very real.
You
Max.
better, people.
Vete. This is very real. You are not alone. You are not evil. You are not the bad guy. Okay? And any mistakes you may have made, if you've already tried to redeem yourself, if you've already apologized, stop there. Because the more you apologize, the more guilty you look to them. I love you very much. And I pray for you and I worry about you, and I just want you to know that you are not alone in this crazy journey we call life. Okay, I love you. I'll post pictures later. Have a great day.